Today I played in the Bridge Ranked Emerald qualifiers, and this is actually the first tournament I've played in since I played in like a small scout round tournament back in 2022, maybe. I actually forgot when it was. But this is the first real tournament I'm playing since like the ranked era. So I'm not really like don't have that high of expectations. If I don't qualify top 8, that's fine by me. Right? I just really wanted to, I wanted to have fun, but more importantly, I wanted to get on the big screen. I want to get more screen time, right? I want to be one of these people. And this first seed is a desert tempo seed with a really linear lava pool and flint source, right? So in this seed, I left the overworld on a bunch of rotten flesh. I didn't really get any real food, and as you will see later, that comes back to bite me, right? So, like how this tournament works is that the top 10 get points for the first three seeds. And if you don't have points in the first three seeds, you don't move on, right? So I'm really hoping I get at least one finish in these first three seeds. This overworld is pretty linear. I'm one of the first to enter the nether. You can see here, I'm the first one to get pigs. And this is actually a double, triple stables bastion. Most of the people here played triple the gap, which I was kind of confused by because double triple is just obviously like the faster route, and you get 8 gold blocks, which should be more than you need. So like I should, in theory, be able to get my trades here, right? And as you can see here, I already fulfilled my goal. First seed, I'm already on the big screen, bro. Isn't that just awesome? Right? All these people doing triple the gap, I'm doing double triple here. And I'm able to save some time because I'm doing double triple, and I'm able to I'm able to get my stuff faster, right? But that is presumably if I get the trades that I need to get, which means getting enough explosives. And as you can see here, I have 32 glowstone, bro. Wait, not glowstone. I have 32 string. Look at that. 8 fucking wool. I can't finish the game with this. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, bro. I'm gonna enter the fortress, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm just gonna hope for the best. So I enter the fortress first, and right here, I'm on the big screen, bro. I'm literally I'm the biggest guy, right? I fulfilled my goal one seed into the game, right? I'm the first one in the fortress, but I lose a lot of time here because in the overworld you had 5 diamonds, and I didn't craft a diamond sword for some reason. And I make it to this spawner already behind. But then what happens is I have to deal with these two stupid ass wither skeletons. And because I'm fucking stupid as well, I miss all of my axe hits. And I have to spend so much time killing these guys that it's just not even like it doesn't even it's not funny anymore, bro. It just wastes so much time. And because I wasted all that time when I'm throwing out my stuff, I get a blaze spawn without clearing out the spawner, which loses even more time before I have to TNT the spawner, right? And all of this time loss means that I'm far from the first place guy anymore. And I'm just kind of I just kind of lost, right? Because I don't have string. I have to go to the library, right? Like I get all my rods. I blind travel. I'm in a savannah. And I throw this seed here. You know how I threw this seed here? That's sheep. That's sheep. I could have looked around for that, and I would have gotten points, bro. I would have gotten points if I killed those sheep and sheared those sheep, and I got my beds. I would have gotten points this seed. But I don't. I don't see those sheep. And I end up losing the seed as a result. But something really interesting is I could have won this seed as well. I could have still gotten points on this seed. I was in the end with all the other people, and I waited too long. The dragon perch didn't come, and I just lost. So first seed I lost due to mostly bad RNG, but also I could have won if I just saw the fucking sheep, right? So going to the second seed, I felt good about myself since in the first seed I was in first place going to the fortress. So I'm like, hopefully I can keep this up, right? Second seed is a buried treasure seed. Pretty straightforward overworld. The magma ravine is very visible, and everyone enters the nether around the same time. The bastion is a little bit further away this time, but the terrain there is really nice. Like we can see the bastion right there. This terrain there is really nice. And there we can see the fortress. The resolution is kind of bad, but the fortress and bastion were both very much visible. So going to this bridge bastion, like I thought this is a pretty easy seed, right? This is pretty simple. Buried treasure into a bridge bastion. Like bridge is basically the easiest bastion. And I do the old school route for right triple because I don't know how to do crack smoker and like all the innovations lately, which low-key cost me a lot of time here. Because look, I hung my pearl. I go back to the trades at like 420 and I have to wait. And I have to wait some more. And I have to wait some more. And I have to wait some more. Oh, look at that. I have to wait even more. So because I got no fucking pigs, I got mad punished. I had to wait like a minute and 20 seconds doing nothing just to get all my trades. And then after I waited what seemed like an eternity. Like there's already other people in the bastion, like YP already in the bastion in the fortress. I mean, in the fortress already. So like I'm thinking that I'm not really first place anymore, but I can still clutch up the seed, maybe get like a mid finish, but I can still complete the seed easily. So I curl up to this fortress here, and here's a little piece of information. Usually I play on 90 FOV. I was on Quake Pro looking for this fortress. And when I entered the fortress, I forgot to turn down my FOV, which meant that my depth perception was all the way messed up. And this ended up happening. I get hit by a wither skeleton on 2.5 hearts, and that's a death sentence for me. So I don't complete C2, but whatever. Like we go next, right? We have one more seed. We do in fact have one more seed, and I genuinely feel like I could have beat C2, like if I hadn't died there. But like there's no time wondering about what ifs because we have a C3 coming right up. On the first and second seeds, I feel like I played decently well, right? C2 I died, but seed 1, I played well. I definitely played well on seed 1. So on C3, I'm looking forward to this. C3 is a ruined portal seed with 6 iron and basically everything you need in the overworld. Once again, I don't kill animals in the overworld, which means I'm entering the nether with 0 food. But like, it's fine, right? It's literally fine. Because this terrain to the housing bastion here is really nice. And we can just do like a fairly simple route for the housing bastion here. And as you can see, having no food doesn't really hinder me because like this is safe housing route, right? There's nothing to worry about here. I'm again on the big screen, which that's really nice. I really wanted that, right? Above above all else, I wanted some screen time. If I didn't qualify, like I at least wanted some screen time. And I did get a lot of screen time. So I'm glad that I did, right? But I get all my trades, I'm out, I'm piring for the fort. I go to the fort. I do a little bit of hunger reset here. At this point, like I'm not gonna be the first one entering the fort, but I'm gonna be like right in that front leading pack, right? And I want to show you something here in the fortress. This is a very, very fast fortress. You can see both spawners right here. This is an insane double spawner fortress. The skeleton shoots the blaze, which kind of loses some time for me. But everything is fine. It's all fine. I make sure not to die to this wither again. You know, I played this slightly more safe. And there's just blazes all over my screen for me to kill, bro. There's literally 5 blazes right here. Like, this is the fastest fortress you're gonna see. I'm not the first to blind, but I'm amongst the first ones to blind. And as I'm building my first portal, I like this time I don't really need more wool, but I kill more sheep anyways because you know I get 2 mutton from 1 sheep, and I'm able to, you know, get food for the rest of the run this way. And supposedly, right, you get food for the rest of the run. I go to the blind coordinates. There's 2 people in front of me going into the stronghold, but I'm the 3rd person in the stronghold. And I get a really good spike behind me. So I'm like, sure, there's no way I choke this, right? There's just no way. And then I see this 5-way. Hold on, I wanna show you this 5-way. There's realistically like one path that is okay to take here, and it's right down the middle. Both of these, like there's nothing here, both of these. And like the top, I didn't check for hidden rooms. So like right here in the middle, this is where I go. Silverfishes. Wow. If only I would have seen that. If only I would have seen the silverfishes. This video would be different. But I'm fucking blind. I don't realize that I'm right next to the portal room. And I spend the next 2 minutes trying to figure out where the portal room was. And I think what the saddest part is that like if you see right here, hold on. Portal room was behind this hidden room, man. If I was even like slightly better at stronghold nav, I would have I would have won this seed. So that's really sad, man. Like if first of all, if I heard these silverfishes and also if I checked hidden rooms, I don't know how to do hidden rooms, which is it's an oversight by me, but like it never really matters, right? So I spend 3 minutes in the stronghold. I eventually find it behind the hidden room, and and by this time am I fucking crashing out, bro? I could have easily won both seed 1 and seed 3. Seed 2, which is completely my fault. Seed 1, if I would have gotten more explosives, like that's an easy dub. Seed 3, if I hear the silverfish hisses, that's an easy dub, right? So basically, like this is just I think this is a case of, you know, just like first tournament, you're not really you know, like first tournament, like you have to look things out, right? You have to see things, and I just didn't see things. Like this, the tournament speedrunning is way different from normal speedrunning, and you know, this is kind of a eye-opening experience for me. So basically, I choked all 3 seeds, In the first seed, I could have easily gotten points if I saw the sheep in the overworld when I blinded. In the second seed, I could have easily gotten points if I knew how to kill wither skeletons. And in the third seed, I could have easily gotten points if I heard silverfish in the stronghold. So all of that was kind of my fault for not getting any points in either of the first three seeds, which means that I wasn't able to move on. But out of all of the people that got out like in the first round, I was the one with the most screen time. I was the one with the most time on the big screens, bro. And that I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. So even though I didn't really win anything, we can still sit here and be glad that we got content. And I'm certainly glad I got content. So um this was really fun. I low-key feel like I want to do this more in the future, right? If I have time, of course. Most of the times, like there's this tournament coming up, I just don't have time, so I can't sign up for it. But if I do have time, then I'll definitely play more of these. Yeah, especially since this is like more of my skill level, it's more suited for me. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Hopefully, I don't choke the same fucking runs next time.